We are gonna be live, so watching us. See someone calls to order.
I'll watch that meeting to order at 5:15 on Monday. May
Can
20.
you take notes?
Yes. May 20.
Okay, treasurer's report, we are still sitting at the same exact place as we were at the last meeting, a little over $2,000. We've got some of the parks and the things that we've got going on in our parks, Colt Creek. Our new board member, Michael, is gonna be taking care of some of the painting, and weeding, mulching, and we're gonna have assistance with the street department beautification crew. All the supplies have already been purchased. Well, a lot of the supplies have already been purchased and they're in the shed, which is locked. And the street department's working on the ramp for the power ship.
I think we're at 201.
Hmm.
The budget 201, so like 99, spend I believe up to 300.
Okay, Holt Square, I've actually had another guy talk to me, here recently. But, so far, we've got Kathy Ellis is gonna be organizing weekly church services on Thursday evenings at Holt Square. And that's just gonna be pop-up services, and we don't have to do anything. They'll pop up a canopy or tent, on Thursday evenings. And then I have a gentleman who is, he wants to do a week-long revival at Holt Square. He has been informed that this is something that needs to go through. It's not just us. It's not up to us. This is gonna be up to the mayor, police chief, city manager. Those things have to be, those kind of events need to be signed off by police, city manager, mayor, and fire. So we don't have to worry about that, but I will make sure that it does not conflict with anything we have going on.
Okay.
The hub is now yours. Congratulations, Parks and Rec Board. You have it for the next 3 years. Some things we definitely have to address is cleaning up the property, and big yellow chair needs painted, and I'd like to have some steps put up to it or some kind of board to help kids get up. It's pretty high, but everyone likes it.
Can I run down and measure the times it runs for it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it just needs to be a little bit safer for kids to climb up on it. Moving, I'd like to move the roller skating rink down to that location. And that's something that I need you guys to vote on. This is an action item, so what are your thoughts on moving the roller skate?
Where is it now?
Right now, it's at Holt Square.
Where's that?
It's
Sorry.
right on.
Oh, Main Street, beside the glass where they have the ice skating thing?
Yes, yes. We actually just had an event today with St. Pat's. They rented roller skating. They're gonna write me a check tomorrow, so we did make a little bit of money off of that today. It was an hour and 15 minutes of chaos. It was fun, but they had a great time. I heard this was the best field trip ever, so it was fun. They had a blast. I've got pictures, videos, and I went Facebook Live, so yes, you're not on Facebook, but yeah, that's okay. I can share the video, you can watch it.
Text the number you're not supposed to text.
So what I'm asking for you guys is, how do you feel about moving the roller skating rink?
Do you think you get better revenue? I mean, people will lease it more than right in the middle of town, and there'll be more park, right?
Well, part of the reason why I'd like to move it down there is we've really created a hub between the farmer's market, location being there. 4th of July is there, and we have the capability to shut down that block, that road. So when we have these types of events, it can be more than just roller skating. We can set up some yard games and things like that. So, you know, it's just a different, it'd just be a different location. It's farther for me to walk from my house, but.
Better exercise.
But I think that that location is, it's become a hub. And I'd like to see it used, more often and, you know, Kim, the mayor, has asked that we, really consider seating because people used to sit there all the time whenever it was used. So that's one of the big things,
So we take a motion to move it down to,
yes.
okay, I move them, we skate moving down to that.
Did I get a second? All right, thank you. That's happening. Big yellow chair, it just needs painted and we need to make it safer. Another. What color? Talk to Sherry. I'm gonna ask you to talk to Sherry about that one. We'll let Sherry pick the colors.
Okay.
We're gonna need some kind of storage building for the roller skates and everything else that we've got going on down
I can
there.
get you one for free. And it's in good condition.
Okay, where?
We just have to take it out. Right, here's the ice cream shop. Parking lot, coming up, coming out of the parking lot, and back on bus second, coming up, and, his house is up here. He has a shed right next door to his, he wants to get rid of it. It's rather good, but I have to have some help, I can't get it off, we'll have to have a rollback or something, you guys have a rollback?
We do not, but
So he does, but we can drag it down, put it on skids or something, bring it down the hill. I'll
What size is it?
It's like 16 foot by probably.
10 by 16?
10 by 16, yeah.
Okay.
okay, you wanna go take a look at it, make sure it's something you want.
I can, we can go if you want, I see this, I'll live down there.
Okay, well,
Or anytime, just look up there at the parking lot, when you come, there's Kenny's house up here, and then his shed's right here beside it. Or I can tell him you guys maybe stopping by or something.
there was two options or a couple of options. Purchasing a shed is expensive. We're looking at about $5,000 for what we need. We have a shed that is behind the building here. That is a possibility that we could use. And it's, you know, possibly like a temporary thing and then upgrade it to a nicer one that we could purchase once we have some revenues coming in from Parks and Rec.
It's not a bad shed that one up there. I mean, it's pretty. Slap some siding on it, go, and then later on, that's it.
He just wants to get rid of it.
Yep, it's free. He
Okay,
already offered to me, but I don't.
okay,
Take a look at it.
yeah, the big thing is. Like, how should we approach this then, because we need. Some kind of, do we need to have this as an action item to, if it's free? I know we'll still have to go through,
One of our issues about that property is it's in the historic overlay district in the zoning, and so not only do we. Have to ask you all this for permission to stick something there, but then we've got to go to the BZA and they get to say. We don't like the way it looks and we should do this differently, and so we're gonna have to go through that process too.
So I'm fine with painting.
Well, I think that's something you kind of negotiate with them, for lack of a better word, BZA.
If you can find a flatbed or something like that, that would be best than taking all the screws out of it and then off whatever the roof and just. Put it on skids and bring it right off.
I might be able to talk to Mike Holden and just pay him a little bit to come move for us. They've got people do that, so. I
okay,
don't think
so,
that's, if we're getting it for free, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
I think there would be a. Or. See it
How soon does he wanna move it?
anytime.
Okay.
It'd probably be a, 20-25 foot stretch flat, and then there's the bank, and then the road, see the back right against the bank, and then skid it right off of there, flat, roll back, whatever.
okay, so what I'm asking of you all is, what are your thoughts on placing a building there? At the hub,
If you need it, go for it.
I did, a motion.
Yes, but say,
What do you have to say?
you move to put a building there.
Oh, yeah.
Make a motion.
Make a motion.
I say that.
All right, thank you, thank you. And another idea that I have, this is something I will be working with the Arts Council with, is painting a movie screen mural on the side of that wall. So we can project movies as people are roller skating, or people can set up to watch movies.
That'd be beautiful.
All right, so that's what I've got going on with the parks. My update with the, all of what I've got going on is our grant was, we were awarded the grant for the AmeriCorps members. We're looking at 5 full-time members in Parks and Rec, so that's exciting, and we're really gonna be able to do a lot with these 5 members. And then the additional members will be going to the after-school program, which you guys aren't really gonna be affected too much by that. We do have a summer intern that is specifically working with me. Her main task is watering the flowers and going around to every one of the parks, in the mornings and cleaning them up, identifying anything that needs fixed. That's her, and then she will be there to assist you with the painting and the weed pulling and things like that. She'll be able to help you do that. She's kind of a little thing, so.
I got kind of embarrassed at PNG. Yeah, I didn't have no limit, okay, and you guys gave me a PO number,
Right,
I didn't have no limit to get stuff. And then I got embarrassed and I,
Okay.
cause I called Marcia,
uh-huh.
and then you guys didn't give me no limit for the supplies.
Mhm.
She said, well, you're gonna have to call them, we're gonna have to call them and tell them what the total is.
They should call me for this shady guy down here looking for.
Yeah, and I said,
That's always
well,
my
they gave me a
report.
PO number, why, I mean, it's not like, look, take your money and run. or-
No, well,
It's a new process.
I know, but it was embarrassing because she was one of the rich, she was gonna begin to look at it, she said, I'll tell you what, you just come down here and I've got the stuff you need, and then you can call. Then I finally got, then you guys give me a minute.
yeah, I'm sorry about
No,
that.
don't be, don't, worry, it's not good, it's just-
Well, but I mean,
Yeah.
you've been, do you have one of the keys, correct?
yeah,
Okay, you have the key to,
and I have a lock,
okay, and I have one of the keys also.
throw the locks on the.
Yes, yes.
Keys up. On the-
All right, let's see, budget review discussion, this is something I just kind of wanted to point out, the new, July one is when that's when the new fiscal year starts, so we need to start thinking about how we want to allocate some of these funds and how we want to spend this money.
Well, how do they go? I don't understand.
Well, what kind of upgrades would you like to see at Polk Creek?
Okay,
And what kind of events would you like to have?
how much is it spending?
Basically, what I'm gonna need from you guys is I would like to have a list of things that you would like to do. And, and we can start working and from that. Start big picture and then we'll narrow it down and figure out monies. And everything needs to be involved with it,
I
but
think you're gonna listen tonight.
no,
I need one thing of volleyball in that.
a volleyball net. Well, I still need to look over that information. I still need to look at that property and make sure,
Did we not move the volleyball net where the building is, but in front of that? Cause there's ample enough room from there to where they moved it over to the grass to where they're putting the storage units.
we'll look into the bat or volleyball.
We take the poles out over there, put it over there, so you don't have to buy poles and hooks and stuff. That way there's no, mix up the property and nothing. It's
Yeah.
never on the guy's property.
Yeah, because that property across that bridge, we've been mowing it, I believe. But it's not, I believe.
Mike Ross.
Mike Ross has it.
I talked to Mike Ross personally, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because there was big old stuff going on between these guys, and then John, what's that guy's name?
Riffle.
This one was on the board, Kia Connie. And he was saying something about mowing it and this and that, and he's always complaining about something. But anyways, he said, I'll do this, but he was mowing up the other day. John was, but I did talk to Mike, and he said from the wood line up is where leased it to, someone. The current people listening to. And then from the wood line down, I think the secretary said that they leased it, I don't know, it might be in old books or something, but he thought that he leased that property, the flat property for like $1 a year or something like that, or for Endeavor. But I did talk
To
to
the
Mike.
city? Or-
Yes, I did talk to Mike, so that property is for use for the city.
Okay, I'll look more into,
Maybe
I,
I
it's,
see from
Those are our dark days where a lot of things didn't make it from
right,
signed agreements to the books.
right.
right, because where that alley comes down south of the Hope Creek School and that is property of Watson's. That's actually a road that goes through that park. And it's a city, county, city road, whatever. And on the right side of that bridge, there's a square. When you walk off the bridge, there's a guy right beside, if you look at the back side, the left side, here is like 72 feet by 100, 210 feet or by 72 or something like that, just a little section right on the bridge itself. You're the one that texted me that a long time ago,
Yeah, we looked
the
at it.
outlay of it.
Been a while.
I'll look more into that. So Carp Festival, discussion, I think, the big thing I need out of you guys is we need to vote on the logo that we will be using for the T-shirts and stickers. The logos that have been used.
That's not good.
We've got a couple of different logos, but we're gonna need that, we need to get the logo voted on and figure out how we're going to. Get those T-shirts done, because Nate doesn't need to rope Corey into screen printing T-shirts the night before the fest.
Would you,
Go ahead.
on the t-shirts, did you talk to him about that?
No.
About at least putting the just put the sponsor, whoever sponsors, put the sponsor's name on the t-shirt. Just, you don't have to put no logos, say,
Yeah.
because I have like 3 or 4 different, I have 3 right now sponsors for money.
Okay.
They're gonna write checks like Depot Street, Auto Body or whatever, and then the original hot dog. And then, Carissa from Fox's Pizza. It might not be much, it's $50, but you know, I
Yeah,
thought,
something.
yeah. So that's something, but they're
Well,
gonna
when you
be
get a list of who the sponsors are, I mean, we could probably screen print them on the, I'm trying to run two prints and.
You do, yeah.
Put
Good
the
to
sponsors on the back or something.
It's all black and it's.
Yeah, something simple.
Is there certain words?
I think that'd be fair.
So make sure you get all the way, it's not a mess. I was like, we read screen print, let it dry and then flip it on the back and do it again.
Okay, so we've used a few different of these logos in our marketing, and they're pretty, all of them are pretty cool. So we've got this one, which is done by Spring. That one she did, and then we have this one, that, this one.
I was bored and doodling in the kitchen, okay?
That one's gonna take a lot of paint, but it's a lot of grit.
And then there was also. Holly suggested this too, which is, it's nice.
It's been used in the past. It was on an envelope and they had also a cancellation that was carved. So that the fisherman was in the corner and the card was over the postage.
And then. There's. This carp,
Yeah, that one's from I think the first one.
and
Which one is this one?
what's that?
What year is this one?
Well, there was like a lull in between, so this is considered, is it the third
Oh, no.
or fourth? Well, I mean, we're calling it the annual because there was a gap in years of having it. So basically, we were looking at, the fisherman with Tala behind it. And then,
It's out by Weston, the car festival in there or something.
Hmm.
Fisherman.
yeah, basically what we would do is with that one, we would just add, words. Add the words to it. And then we've got the logo that was used on Marty's mug. Which we would just,
Can I just posit that as the screen printer, I would prefer Springs because I think it's a lot clearer of an image at this point. That's just my
Yeah.
biased opinion, I guess. I'm really biased, and I don't want it to turn out, be tough to screen print. I think that hers is.
Which one was that? Is
First one.
this one?
Yeah, could you just turn it all black and be good to go?
yeah. So if everyone is good with that, yeah. Okay, we got a vote for,
Yeah.
all right, so that is gonna be our design for stickers and for t-shirts. I did include a press release, in your guys' packets. I'd appreciate it if you read through that. Yeah, I appreciate you guys to read through those. You don't have to tell me tonight, but I need to make sure that you guys,
This one?
oh, yeah, there's nothing missing. Or you think I need to add to it, just email me or text me or Facebook message me. If you've got other sponsors that we need to add to it, which you do, you already mentioned.
So when was the deadline for the sponsor stuff to be done then, before you can do your screen printing? It was like June, no, it wasn't June, it was like the 24th last meeting it was.
Probably in date this week.
And if, well. Please have your sponsors contact me.
Okay.
Cause I want, if I like to have the logos that they want us to use, because for marketing, digital marketing. I like to try to include that.
I'll have them to contact you, but I'll
Yeah,
have them.
but you can have those. Okay.
Do you have,
If you wanna be on the t-shirt, I think we gotta have them by Friday.
Yeah, what,
We gotta have their sponsorship locked in by Friday if they wanna be.
this Friday? Okay.
Yes.
do you have the money already? Or yeah.
No, I was asking about that, suggesting about putting their names on the t-shirt if they're going to sponsor. And turn it out on the whatever.
I do think we're gonna end up having another park planning meeting on Thursday, because that's when Liz can be here, and so we'll plan on anyone that wants to join us for the CARP
Yeah.
planning meeting. What time?
I'm off after, I think 11:30 on Thursday, so
Okay.
anytime's fine.
It's not too much.
What?
I also have. all
What's
this-
Thursday?
Okay.
Thursday?
Yes.
What are you
After 4, we get it.
Okay.
Anytime.
after, so it's like 4 to, okay, let's go with 4 o'clock. If this room is occupied, we will,
Like 5-10 minutes late.
Yeah.
because this is planning, this is not going to be a formal meeting, this is just planning for I want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing. And we're all up to date for that. And then,
Why don't you were saying something about like security for them? I mean, I'll be more than happy to sit down there, my girls would love it, on like Friday night, it don't matter.
yeah, well, we've already got people, I'm gonna work on the registration forms for the carp tournament, for the kayaking, and, any of the other things that require registration. I'm gonna have that done before Thursday. But, so Thursday, we will reconvene and really, get into that Carp Fest. Roller skating events, I think what it's gonna be something really big is having organizations host these events. So if we can start compiling organizations that may be interested in hosting an event and taking a portion of the proceeds for their nonprofit, I think that would be a good way to get folks on roller skates. And
So they sponsor it basically, right?
basically, they show up and they do all of the work, which would be handing out skates, taking money, and then
They
make
get half
sure it's
the
all
price.
cleaned up afterwards, and then, yeah, they would take half of the proceeds. That's something that, you know, we still need to move it, and we're not ready for that, but it's something that I wanted to kind of throw out there. I think it's, that's gonna be a great way to utilize that and get nonprofits involved.
How often are we thinking we're gonna try to operate it?
I mean, I would love to do it every week, if we could, over the summer, I think once a week, as of right now, the farmers market night is definite, that's definitely happening. We'll have Mallory kind of working to help with that, she's the summer intern or summer temporary worker, so she'll be there for that. Is there any public comments? Okay, next meeting date, we are going to. The next meeting date. We're sticking with the third Monday. Which would make it. June the 17th. Monday, June the 17th. And 5 o'clock seems to work for everyone. Is that the, all right. You've got advance, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn this meeting.
Finish.
Second. Awesome, you'll get my name.